Hello guys, welcome here to another edition of Out of Turn 4. I'm Brian here. Coming up, of course, we're going to recap Daytona. There's really no racing news that occurred this past week that I saw that was pretty big, so we won't have much racing news. It's going to be a very short episode here today. Um, and yeah, let's get started. Of course, we begin with the uh, Craftsman Truck Series. That's going to take some getting used to. The Craftsman Truck Series at Daytona, of course, that one was the only race this weekend impacted by rain. And Zane Smith, he is the defending champion. He comes out with the victory. Uh, of course, you know, many saying a Mickey win, but you weren't saying the same about Bubba. I mean, a win's a win. All I'm gonna say, I guess, is the bottom line. Instead of dragging Bubba, excuse me, into this. So yeah, not much to say about the trucks. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch much of the race. NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona, Austin Hill comes out with the victory. Of course, barely beat John Hunter Nemechek on the last lap, which saw Sam Mayer flipping over. So, not a good look. Unfortunately, but they did go back to the last scoring loop and come to determine that indeed Austin Hill is the Daytona, or yeah, the beef it's what's for dinner 300 winner. Sorry, I'm struggling today. Long week, guys, so please forgive me. That's why I sound pretty tired. I look pretty tired. Just, again, really long week ahead, so I'm trying. So, but I will say, though, um, excuse me, I thought John Hunter had that at the end, so I'm a little shocked. But we know how good Austin Hill is as a plate racer, so no surprise he comes out with the victory. Of course, but good run for John Hunter. You got to give him a round of applause. Of course, this is why he got promoted to the secondary series with Joe Gibbs Racing. Um, of course, so uh, anyway, on to the Daytona 500, which of course went down as the longest race or longest Daytona 500 race in NASCAR Cup Series history. 212 laps actually because of overtime, and Ricky Stenhouse of JTG Doherty holds on to win the Daytona 500. It is Stenhouse's third career victory, his first in 199 events. Of course, Daytona and Talladega are his only two victories in his career. Both coming when he was a long-time tenured driver at Roush Racing or RFK Racing. So congrats to Ricky. You know, he kept his receipt. That's what I'd say the biggest thing is, of course, if you watch the show Friday afternoon after Daytona, or after the Daytona duels, leading into race weekend, I had said, no way, not a shot. We will not see Ricky Stenhouse in the playoffs. Like I said, the man kept his receipt, so I admire that. One of the many times I'm going to be proven wrong. Of course, I had said he was the top guy that wouldn't make the playoffs under any circumstance, along with Gibbs, Gregson, and then Almirola and Byron. And I shouldn't have even said that about Almirola because he did win one of his dual races. So, both of them both of them going to hold on to, or all five of those guys now going to hold on to their receipts. But, yeah, so unfortunately, Ricky, at least for my prediction's sake, didn't get it done. But again, we know how strong Ricky Stenhouse can be on plate races. Of course, this race, big controversy, of course, a lot of commercials, more than normal for Fox to be airing. I will say, in the three races we've seen, between the exhibition races, the Daytona 500, and of course all the practices, I can kind of see it. It's been a lot heavier. I mean, Fox never used to be this heavy on commercials. So I will give the fans that one. But I just, I mean, I'm not usually one to complain about that, but, yeah, so, alright, now that I lost my train of thought, there was one update, of course. Tony Stewart and Danica Patrick are now going to be the latest guests in the NASCAR on Fox booth. Maybe that's what the commercials were paying for, now that I remember. But it's disappointment. That's about the best word I can say about that. That they aired so many ads. I know it's the biggest race of the year. I know there's a lot of money that goes into this, but we're not the Super Bowl. We don't give a fuck about the ads. Okay, I really don't. And if you have any new ads that you're going to release on Daytona 500 Sunday, chances are you're either a small business or you're, maybe one of those Super Bowl reject, ads. So ones that just weren't good enough for the Super Bowl, but hey, it's good enough for NASCAR. Either way, no one cares. Focus on the racing. That's what we're here for. Like I say, is it won't look good for the next TV deal. I really don't think it will. So again, we'll see. Of course, 2025 will be the new deal. And with that, let's make the picks. We begin with the Xfinity Series at Auto Club. Cole Custer, I believe, will pull out the victory. This is a track that suits him very well. I believe he won here either last year or the year before, something along that line. I remember him winning. This is a track, again, suits him, so I believe we will see Cole Custer in victory lane on Saturday. Now on Sunday at Auto Club, of course, I believe we'll see Daniel Suarez. I'm going to pick him because Suarez had a really strong showing last year here. I feel like he can capitalize this year and come out in front and on top for his first win since Sonoma last year. So, those are my picks. Tune in to No Final Bell this weekend. I'm sorry it's a short show. As the season goes along, we'll be pushing our normal half hour, as you guys know. But with that, thanks for watching. I will see you next Tuesday, or I'll see you on Sunday. Till then, goodbye, everyone.